Canada, a vast and diverse nation. Geography and Indigenous heritage. Canada is the second largest country in the world, covering most of northern North America. Its territory stretches from the United States in the south to the Arctic Circle in the north, featuring vast forests, tundra, and mountain ranges. Despite its enormous size, Canada has a relatively small population, with most people living in urban centers near the southern border. Long before European explorers arrived, indigenous peoples, including the First Nations and Inuit, had been living in what is now Canada for thousands of years. They developed rich cultures, languages, and trade networks, adapting to diverse environments from the Pacific coast to the Great Plains to the Arctic. Early European exploration. First migrations. Prehistoric era. Scientists believe the first humans arrived in Canada between 15,000 and 30,000 years ago, crossing a land bridge, Beringia, that once connected Asia and North America during the Ice Age. Vikings. Around 1000 AD, the first known European visitors were Vikings, led by Leif Erikson, who landed in Newfoundland at a site now called Lonzo Meadows. They attempted a settlement, but conflicts with indigenous peoples and harsh conditions forced them to abandon it. European exploration begins 15th–16th centuries. In 1497, John Cabot, an Italian explorer sailing for England, reached Canada's east coast, likely Newfoundland, claiming it for England. Between 1534 and 1542, Jacques Cartier, a French explorer, made 3 voyages, mapping the Gulf of St. Lawrence and claiming the land for France. Cartier heard indigenous people refer to their settlement as Canada, meaning village, which later inspired the name Canada. Colonization. France versus Britain. New France, 1600s. In 1605, the French established Port Royal in Acadia, now Nova Scotia. In 1608, Samuel de Champlain founded Quebec City, which became the heart of New France. The French relied on alliances with indigenous peoples like the Huron and Algonquin for the fur trade, particularly beaver pelts, which were highly valuable in Europe. French leaders like Jean Talon, Bishop Laval, and Count Frontenac expanded New France from Hudson Bay to the Gulf of Mexico. British takeover. 1700s, France and Britain fought for control of North America in the 7 Years' War. 1756 to 1763. The Battle of the Plains of Abraham, 1759, was decisive. British forces under General James Wolfe defeated the French under General Monk, leading to France's surrender. Britain renamed the colony the Province of Quebec, but allowed French Canadians to keep their language, religion, and laws under the Quebec Act, 1774. Loyalists. War of 1812, and Confederation after the American Revolution. 1776 to 1783. Many American colonists who remained loyal to Britain. Loyalists fled to Canada, settling in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Quebec, and Ontario. War of 1812. The U.S. tried to invade Canada, but was defeated by British, Canadian, and Indigenous forces, including Tecumseh's Confederacy. This war strengthened Canadian identity and ties to Britain. Confederation. 1867. On July 1, 1867, the British North America Act united Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia into the Dominion of Canada, a self-governing country within the British Empire. 20th century. Wars, independence, and modern Canada. World War I. 1914 to 1918. Canada fought alongside Britain, suffering heavy losses, but gaining recognition for victories like Vimy Ridge, 1917. Women contributed to the war effort, working in factories, nursing, leading to women's suffrage right to vote by 1918. Statute of Westminster, 1931. Canada gained full legal independence from Britain, though it remained in the British Commonwealth. World War II, 1939 to 1945. Canada's economy boomed as it supplied weapons and food to Allied forces. The war strengthened Canada's global role, leading to its participation in NATO and the UN. quiet. Revolution 1960s, Quebec. Quebec underwent rapid modernization, reducing the Catholic Church's influence and pushing for greater autonomy. Patriation of the Constitution. 1982, Canada finally cut its last legal ties to Britain, adopting its own constitution and Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Canada Today capital, Ottawa. Mager cities, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. Population, highly urbanized, with over 80% living in cities near the U.S. border. Economy, rich in natural resources, oil, lumber, minerals, and a leader in technology and education. Canada is known for its multiculturalism, high quality of life, and peaceful international role. Final thoughts. Canada's history is a story of Indigenous resilience, European rivalry, and nation-building. From Viking explorers to Confederation, from world wars to full independence, Canada has grown into a diverse and prosperous country. Thanks for reading. If you enjoyed this, check out our other history content and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.